Hello, everybody, and welcome to another iteration of Meet the Wildcats. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Get over that turkey slumber, visit family. It's exactly what you should be doing over the Thanksgiving holidays. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We're back at you. Going to talk a couple things. First thing I want to do is I want to talk recruiting. We have a new recruit coming in. I'm not going to give you his name yet, but he should be here in the spring. He was voted his division's state player of the year last year. He will be here in the spring. He's an infielder. It's a great thing because he also pitches, so now we have a lot of flexibility. I can move a lot of guys around, a lot more, actually might be even more playing time for some guys because we'll be able to put him in different spots. Good ball player, real good kid, real good person. So I'm excited about that. We have some more that should pop here shortly. For next year, maybe one or two more for this year. We're looking for a couple of arms yet, and hopefully that will happen. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this. I am really appreciative of everybody. We just got another one just as we came on. Really appreciative of everybody donating. As you can see, 22,630. We have a $5,000 match. We made the $5,000 match, so we are actually up to 27,630. Still not enough yet to fly down to Tampa, but we will be able to drive to Tampa. We'll be staying 4 to a room. This trip is incredibly expensive. Just trying to get the rooms, playing other teams. It's about $200 a game for other teams. It's a real, logistically, it's really difficult. And the money that you have provided is going to allow us to go. We definitely will be going, whether it's driving or flying. We'd have to get up to our 35,000 actually to be able to fly at all. And that decision's got to be made by next Wednesday because of contract with moving massive amount of people, 22 people at a time. That's gets expensive. And stay in hotels for basically 9 nights and then feeding everybody. It gets really expensive. Throw baseball on top of that, and you can tell that a lot of money. But we are going to Florida for sure. We're locked in with that. How many games we'll get to play, I don't know. We may play one en route if I can arrange that. That would be on probably Friday. If we can leave out Thursday after lunch, we could play Friday and then continue on and then be in Tampa on Saturday. It's from Wahpeton, it's 26 hours of driving time, and we're not going to do that in one day. We're not going to do it in 2 days. We'll have to have a couple of hotels en route just for the safety aspect. I don't want to be driving 12, 13 hours a day if we don't have to. We may have to do it on the way back just to be able to get the guys back from school, but on the way down, we're going to take our time a little bit more. If things work out, maybe I haven't talked to anybody at the museum, but maybe stop by Louisville and go to the Louisville Slugger Museum. That's kind of a neat place if some of the guys haven't been there. But that's dependent on them actually opening it early for us, which I don't know if they would or not. But anyway, so that's what's going on in our world in NDSCS. I want to shout out to the football team. Football team this weekend or next weekend plays in, no, I think it's this weekend. This weekend. Jack, is it this weekend that NDSCS plays in the football championship?
Yes, I believe
Awesome.
so.
Yeah, so we want to send our love and support to the football team. They're doing great things, and hopefully they will bring home the national championship. What we're going to do is we're going to bring a couple players in now. They're both first basemen. I'm working my way around the field, and I just wanted to I'm sorry, wait, let's bring Jack in, and Jack can talk to us a little bit about weights. Jack.
Oh, let me get it sideways here.
There you go.
All right, so right now we're in a really important transition with our weight room. Throughout the semester, we've been mainly staying on same rep, um, slowly lowering it, increasing the weight. Right now, we're going real low rep, getting ready to max out this next week before we head off for Christmas break. So, really important time. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see some guys push some serious weight. Like I talked about last week, with the complications of our lift, with things getting, with the movements becoming more complex, we're still continuing to do that. So it's good to see. This week we've got a whole new lift. So tonight we're testing it out. We're going to see how these guys do with it. So
Give us a little preview of that lift. What is it? What does it entail? Just for guys that maybe have never lifted before.
yep. So we got split squat, and that's going to be 3 by 3, and then the last sets are 2 by 1. So we're going to be pushing some serious weight, almost like a max. Those last two sets are going to be one each leg. Then we're going to go into some core, and these are all kind of on your own. So you move throughout it on your own with a partner. So it's not super boom boom boom. You have to do it by any time limit or anything like that. So the A1 is split squat, A2 is core, and then A3 I believe we have banded jumps, and then B1, which is the next transition. So once you finish A, then you move on to B. So B1 is barbell RDLs. So those get pretty complicated just with balance. So I think that's 3 by 6 each leg, and I don't want to give too much away for the next two ones because I know we got some guys on here that are ready to go, want to keep their mindset fresh, so they don't know what
Well,
to
that's
expect.
good. But it's obviously it's not just go in there throw some weights around. There's a lot of thought that you put into this program.
Yeah, absolutely. Each lift is a specific movement that helps these guys in baseball terms. So really, I mean, as a baseball player, you have to be balanced. So a lot of our lifts involve balance. I know last week we were doing single leg squats. It was kind of a pistol squat elevated, and there was definitely some frustration there. Guys were falling all over the place, and I had shared a story back when I was in college. I lost my temper a little bit in the weight room because I was doing those exact lifts, and they're very hard to stay balanced. And whenever you're that deep into a lifting session, you want to complete it, you want to get it done, you want to do your best, and it can be frustrating for sure. But most of these guys are handling it pretty well.
Well, I can attest to that because in my own workouts, I was doing split squats the other day, or I should say, trying to do split squats the other day because it's not easy, especially as you get older. Got a broken ankle, so my flexibility is a little limited in the left side, and
Yeah,
it was hard.
yeah, absolutely. No, they're not easy lifts. They'll really challenge you, which is cool. It's cool to see because these guys have improved a ton over the semester. So one of our guys actually did 305 for 3 reps or 2 reps last week. I can't remember which one it was, but it was really cool to see that. Guys were surrounding the rack. They were cheering him on, and it was great to see.
Yeah, it is good to see, and we don't allow this. Just for full disclosure, we don't allow headsets on in the weight room because we want that team interaction. We want guys pulling for each other, pushing each other, making each other better. You listen to music anytime you want, but that weight room is business time.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, Jack. We got a couple questions. We actually have one question and one comment here, or kind of a comment. First one I'm going to bring up. I'll go back up to me here. The first one I'm going to bring up is Tyson. Hey, what's going on, brother? Great game this weekend. For those of you who aren't, I live in Hawaii. The local high school, Waimea High School, won the football state championship this weekend. First time ever. It was awesome to see. I didn't get to go to Oahu, but I watched it on TV, and it was a sea of blue in the stands. So, hey, Tyson, thanks for coming on, man. And then we have a question from Jim Jacobson. What are the dates of the Florida trip? They will be the 11th through the 19th generically. We may leave the 9th or the 10th, depending on what we can do. But we should be back that Monday. We play that Wednesday. And I'm going to put a calendar out here semi-soon. Once we get back, we play Wednesday at home. So we can't stick around. We can't mess around too much getting on our way back. Plus, I want to make sure the guys miss minimum school. So, Jim, the answer to the question is 11 through 19. If you're looking to go to Florida, great time to go to Florida, especially if you're in North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana. Perfect time to go to Florida, watch the boys play. Right now, we're scheduled for 6 games. We're going to see how that all works out. The place that we're working or that we're going to be at, they are very accommodating because we had the the delay in our fundraising, they actually opened up after they closed, if that makes any sense. They had closed everything, no more teams, and they were gracious enough to open it up to us. So we have the ability to practice and play some games. We're going to play 6 down there. If I can grab a 7th on the way down, that's what the game plan is. All right, so that's enough of me. You guys don't want to talk about me. You want to talk about the program and the guys in the program. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to bring in our first guest. Braden, how's it going today?
Going pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well, man. I just actually, we had the Big Island had a volcano. My brother's house, he lives on the Big Island, so everything's cool with his house. But yeah, things are nice here. How's the weather up there today?
It wasn't too bad today. The snow's starting to melt, so there's not really on the roads, but it wasn't a bad day for North Dakota, I'd say.
Well, I watched the news today, and it looked like it was going to be. It looks like it was going to be snowing there again shortly.
Oh, yeah, I imagine.
A little bit different for North Dakota. A little bit of snow in November, isn't it? No. All right. So, question time, man. You're a freshman. You're playing first base. You were injured in the fall with a arm problem.
Yep.
What was the hardest part of that?
Watching other guys do stuff that I knew I couldn't do at the moment was probably the hardest part.
Yeah. So, but you were out there every day. You were working out. You just couldn't throw. That was your basic limitation, right?
Yeah.
So why was it hard just to watch your teammates?
Because I was so used to throwing all the time, and then when you're told you can't do it, it's just you wanna force yourself back into it as fast as possible, but sometimes you have to hold yourself back, and sometimes that discipline's the hardest part.
Absolutely, and we wouldn't let you touch a ball anyway. You could take ground balls, you could hit, you could do all those, do cuts and relays, all that, just not throw the ball. So you did have a chance to get a lot of reps in, I guess you could say, but not reps that you would be used to in that the throwing aspect of it. All right, as a freshman, what's your biggest change from high school baseball to college baseball?
There's a lot more stuff to know. I think the game is a little bit faster. I think there's a lot of stuff that I've been taught so far that I had no idea in high school. It's
So
been a lot
when you
different.
when you say the game is faster, do you mean mentally or do you mean physically or both?
I think more mentally than physically, honestly. But physically, it does get a little bit faster, but mentally, you got to make decisions a lot faster than you did in high school.
Yeah, because the speed of the game. I mean, the physical speed of the game speeds up too. So that obviously the mental side is going to speed up too. So what has helped you out with that? I mean, how are you handling that?
I base it all off like teammates that are out there. Like when I couldn't throw, I'm picking up information that they're doing and the stuff that you say, and I'm just taking all that information and taking it to my next rep. Just knowing, taking all this information and learning new stuff just to help me make decisions faster.
Yeah, so you can actually improve your game even if you can't physically do something just by observing. Have you done any mental reps with that where you visualize stuff?
Yeah, I have. I do quite a lot of mental reps, especially throwing wise. As a part time pitcher, and you can't throw. Sometimes you have to just do mental reps. You have to think about I think about different situations and stuff of what you're gonna throw and what pitch or where you want to put it. And sometimes when you're limited, that's all you can do. And sometimes it's not a bad thing either.
Now, there's actually a lot of good science on that. There's a wives' tale that says, hey, if you learn a new skill, you learn it better. If you just visualize it, that's not true. You'll still learn. You won't learn it as well. But if you just do the skill part of it and don't do the mental side, that's still not as good as doing both of them together. So that's awesome to hear. I'm glad you've been doing that. All right, so let me ask you another one. What's your favorite thing about NDSCS, the school?
It's got to be the teammates so far and the friends I've made here. They definitely make it a lot easier moving 3.5 hours away, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's just a big change. Man, the teammates and the friends I've met so far have made it a lot easier.
You want to expand on that? Like, give me an example.
Like, I don't spend a whole lot of time in my room. I'd say I spend a lot of the time right now. I'm in the teammates' room doing this, and I spend a lot of time in different people's rooms, hanging out with a bunch of friends rather than on my own. I think that's been the best part so far of coming here has been the bonding that I've done with the teammates and being friends and all that.
Yeah. So outside of baseball, what's the favorite thing at NDSES that you like?
I think freedom of classes, probably. I'd have to say that just because you can, like, no one's on you. It's on you to go to class, and no one's on you about your homework. You just get it done, and that's that. They're not focused all on you, and it's a lot of freedom in school and in the classroom. And as long as you can handle it and you have discipline to get the stuff done, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, so it kind of, we have the 4 standards, and one of those standards is professionalism, and that's doing your work and, just doing your job, basically. I try to teach the guys valuable skills that they can then take out into the world. Our 4 standards are pretty simple. Some guys have no problems with it. Some have a little bit more of a problem with some of them. One is be early. That means be in the right uniform with the right equipment, especially as a trade school. If you go to if you go and you're a trade in the trades, you show up at the wrong site, you show up late, you don't have the right equipment, that obviously is not going to go over very well. The other 3 standards is one is be professional. That means when you're there to work, you work. Doesn't mean you can't have fun, but you do your work. The 3rd standard is be respectful, and that's of your teachers, your umpires, your coaches, your teammates, and ultimately yourself too. And then the last standard that we have is basically excuses won't be accepted or expected. So mine is I hate my bad. If you're doing the best you can do, then you have no reason to apologize for anything. Have you heard that before once or twice?
I have heard that a few times.
Are you sick of it yet?
No, I wouldn't say sick of it yet. It's a good point to make, really.
Yeah, it's to me, it's that's the whole value of the baseball program. All right, so now we're putting you on the hot seat.
All right.
Who on the team would you trust with your money?
Isaac.
Why IJ?
I don't know. I think he's the most trustworthy besides myself. Just
Good
especially
answer.
with money. He's made some. He said he's made some money over the summer working and stuff. So I trust him. I trust him with the money.
All right, so let's put it into a different realm. Who is the smartest guy on the team? Who's the brain?
Oh, I gotta say myself. I don't think that's up for debate. I think it's me.
Okay. So what's the GPA going into getting close to final week?
Still 4.0.
All right. So you can't do any better than that, can you?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not studying like underwater basket weaving. You're doing your
business.
Business. Yeah. I was just trying to say what the
liberal
arts. Yeah. So we are a trade school, but we're also have the option to do live arts. And I think both you guys today are doing that. All right. So 3rd question: who on the team has the best ride?
Oh, I think I gotta go with. Besides myself, I think IJ has the best ride.
What's he got?
He's got a Chevy truck. I think mine's a little newer than his, but his looks pretty nice too.
All right, is his lifted?
Yeah, his is lifted a little higher. Mine's not lifted quite as high. It's just different.
Okay. You are, my friend, loved. Kay Anderson saying,
"Oh yeah,
love you, Brad." I think that's cool. Anybody else has got any comments or wants to make make a comment or ask a question of our players, you can go ahead and do that. All right, so word association time. Are you ready? First thing that pops into your mind. And by the way, I don't tell anybody what they have to say on these. All right, BP. That's batting practice for those of you who may not know.
Dingers.
Dingers. All right. Thanksgiving.
Food.
All right. Winter.
Basketball.
Okay. And then cuts and relays.
Quick.
Quick. Quick. Okay. Why quick?
Because I think they got to be mentally. You have to be quick when you're doing cuts and relays, and physically you do too if you want to get the ball where you want.
Yeah. There you go. All right. I'm going to bring Jack back on if Jack's here. And do you want to ask him anything, Jack?
Yeah, I always get the fun questions. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Uh, it's got to be. I'm a big mashed potatoes guy. I like mashed potatoes, but I'm also a big turkey guy myself, honestly.
Okay.
Okay. So I got to ask a question. My wife's from Minnesota, right? And they're big into lefse. Are you guys into lefse?
I tried it this weekend for the first time, and I did not like it, actually. I was expecting it to be like tortilla, but it was sweet, and it threw me for a loop.
Yeah. Braden?
I can't say I know what that is.
Oh, okay. It's basically mashed potatoes that are, I think you throw sugar in them or something. All right, Jack, you got any more for him?
No, that's really my only question. That was
All
a
right.
question that went around my Thanksgiving table, so I just was curious.
Okay. All right. Hey, Braden, we appreciate you being on. You got anything you want to leave with the people out there?
Tune in. It's gonna be a fun season.
All right.
Can't wait for you guys to see it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So now we're going to go to the second half of the right side of the infield. We still have another first baseman, but he's going to be on next week. Lauren, how you doing, man? Oh, you're muted there. I think I may have muted you. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Did I mute you? I muted you. That's my fault, not your fault. How's it going, dude?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. How was yours?
It was good. You got to spend some time with family and stuff?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. How was it coming back?
Not bad. I was up by Devil's Lake kind of for Thanksgiving, so it was not that bad.
Okay. What are you a Kraken fan? Is that what that is?
No, that's Logan's. I have no idea why he has
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who's your roommate, by the way?
Logan.
Oh, hold on. I just lost my earpiece. Hold on a second. I can't hear you. So, this is called live shows here, folks. So things happen. All right. So who's your roommate?
Logan.
Logan is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready for some questions? These deep hitting questions?
Yeah.
All right. What would you say the players' expectations are going into this year?
I'd say us as players, I think a lot of us are ready to win games. I think that's on a lot of people's minds right now, and I think especially us sophomores, I think we were pretty frustrated with how our year went last year, and we didn't really have many home games, and hopefully this year that can change and we can get a lot more wins.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, like I said, I will put out the schedule soon, but the way it's going to work this year is we'll have the league game Saturday, Sunday, and then on Wednesdays, we'll play another either single or double header. So those games, right now we have actually more home games than away games if you take away the Tampa trip. So you should have some more, weather dependent. Can't do anything about the weather, right?
Yeah, sadly.
All right. So there's definitely, you would say, if I got this right, that there's is there more of an upbeat feel about going into this year?
Oh, yeah, I would agree for sure. I think a lot of people I think it's a lot more fun with what we're doing right now than where we were last year at this point.
Well, I think the quality of the players is a little better this year. I mean, they did a good job recruiting some young. I didn't recruit. I only recruited one person here. So the last regime did a better job of getting some younger, and it's hard. 2-year program. We got people in North Dakota that don't even know we have a baseball program. So I think they did a good job getting us a few players for this year. Okay. So what's your favorite part of our practices?
I like our live BP part. I think that's really cool. I think like when you do live BP, you get a lot out of it because you're able to see where your ball travels and really how hard you hit it and how well you hit it, rather than if you just hit in the cage. It's kind of a lot harder to tell.
So do you want to explain to them how our live BP is? Because if nobody's ever seen it, they would think it's what, mass confusion?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and explain what happens, if you would.
Well, so we go into 4 groups. We have one group that starts out in the cage on the tees, while one group hits, and then the other 2 groups that aren't doing one of those 2, they're out shagging. And basically, every few balls or so, the infielders will get a ground ball from either a pitcher or jack. And then you pretty much just do that cycle until everyone's gone through 4 times. And then you just keep going until all the groups are done hitting.
Yeah, but it's more than just hitting, though. I mean, you're taking your cuts in the cage, but you're also running the bases.
Yeah.
You're also bunting behind the cage. So how many guys are standing around during BP?
None.
Exactly. And if anybody ever comes out to watch one of our BP sessions, our practices, it is pretty good. I mean, took a few times to guys get it right, so that, they wouldn't get dinged by a line drive or something, but they are going. There's no wasted time in my mind in batting practice. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I really like it. It kind of gets you better at everything rather than just hitting, which I like.
Good. So what to you is the most difficult part of practice?
Honestly, I just feel like it's the constant feel where you have to get from place to place a lot faster. Like you can't really walk around, and you kind of really have to be efficient with your time, or else practice will just kind of go downhill. And it's just really important that everybody's on the same page and everyone's moving. It just makes practice a lot more efficient and honestly probably more fun.
Yeah, so how long are our practices generally?
2 hours.
Yeah, and we get a lot of things done in those 2 hours. But the trade-off of that is that I demand that they run from station to station. There's no walking anywhere. There's no jogging anywhere. I want them to sprint. The good part of it is if they're sprinting all the time, that means we don't have to waste 10 minutes or so doing conditioning as far as running. So it kind of works out, but we have very quick 2 hour, we get a lot done in 2 hours, I would say. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now here's your questions. All right.
All right.
Who on the team would you trust most with your money?
I would definitely say Coulter.
Coulter, why is that?
He's just a well-rounded, good guy. Like, he jokes around a lot, but, he knows when to take things serious. And I think if I gave him money, he would do a pretty good job at taking care of it.
Okay, that's a good answer. All right,
Yeah.
Who is the brain trust on the team?
Like, who I think is the smartest?
Yep.
Well, it's definitely not Braden, so I don't know why he said him.
Whoa.
But
Come on, throw
that's
down.
a
What do you got,
fire.
Braden?
You know it.
What's
No, he
that?
knows who it is. He
Okay,
knows
this
who
is
it
point.
is.
This is point
He's fine.
counterpoint. What's
No.
your counterpoint?
My counterpoint?
No, Lawrence. What you got, Lauren? Why do you say that?
it's just what Braden does. Like, he just always thinks he knows what he's talking about. Like, especially in, like, college football, like, it's bad. Dude is the most overconfident. Like, he thinks he knows everything.
Braden?
People who know everything also think they know everything. So
Oh, this is good. This is why we do this. Get a little. See, here's the thing that I really want people to understand when they see this, is these guys play the same position, and they're competitive with each other, but in a positive way. If we're working, say, like on short hops or something like that, they are helping each other out, helping each other get better. And that's exactly what I want on this team. I want guys who compete with each other, but are competing in the right way. They're not doing it to one up the other guy. They're doing it to make both guys better. And that's really been fun to watch for me as a coach. You two guys interacting and helping each other out. So kudos to both.
Yeah. Me and Braden definitely have a pretty healthy relationship, I'd say.
Yeah, and that's the way I want it to stay. I think it's great. Thank you. All right. So, who's got the best ride?
I would also probably have to. I might actually agree with Braden on this and say IJ. He has a nice truck. I'll give him that.
But you got to remember, he said besides himself, besides his.
Besides IJ's truck?
Well, no, Braden was talking smack about his truck too.
Oh no! Don't listen to the smack. It's definitely IJ's truck.
But
I think IJ's
Toyota. Has he got like a little black Toyota Tacoma like me?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Or IJ? Oh no, I got a Dodge Ram.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there because people don't know you guys. So
Yeah, I've sat in both personally, and I'm just way more comfortable in IJ's front seat than I am in Braden's front seat.
Is that because of the driver or the truck?
It's 100% probably the truck, but because Braden's not a good driver.
Braden? Oops, sorry. Hold on a second. Braden.
I don't know what Lauren thinks he's talking about. I'm a great driver, personally.
All right. Okay, so let's do a little bit of word association here. All right.
Okay.
Give me infielders.
Ground balls.
All right. Snow.
Cold.
Spring trip.
Lit.
What's that?
Lit.
What's that mean? Gotta remember,
Fun. I'll just say fun.
Okay. What was that though? I'm 60. You gotta keep me in this loop here. What lit?
I just said lit. I just said it's gonna be lit.
Okay, that's a new one on me. I don't know. So
Yeah.
you guys are keeping me young. All right. Weights.
Fun.
Okay. Jack,
Yeah.
what do you got for him, man?
I'm going to ask the same question. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Stuffing, I'd say.
Solid. Yeah, me and you, we think alike in that one.
Okay, so
Yep.
so who made the best stuffing this weekend? Who made it?
I actually ate the stuffing at the Devil's Lake Casino, and they
Okay.
did a good job.
Okay. All right. So, and if anybody out there has any kind of questions for us, just let us know. You got these players on for another minute or so. There's about a 30-second delay. I want to thank them for coming on. They do this on their own time. I don't tell them what to say. They're free to say anything as long as it's not contain any profanities or something like that. So I do appreciate them coming on. If anybody's got any questions, throw it up there. I saw your note there, Tyson. Yeah, man, no dead time at all. Jack, you got anything, man? Let's bring you up one last time.
Nope, just getting ready. So if anybody's wondering what I'm doing, I'm actually sitting in a golf cart right now. I actually came up here early to watch some guys throw. They wanted to get some work in, so I'm out of my normal environment. But we got some questions coming in.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. All right, dude, you got to answer that one.
It's obviously me. I mean,
So how old's Brody?
he's 14.
He's 14. So he's got to wait another 4 years before he comes here, right?
Yeah.
All right, Brody. 4 years, babe. You're on here. You wear your brother's number. All right, Jack. What else, man? Anything?
Just come out and catch a game this spring. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing these all the way through December.
Yep.
So
We're gonna get all the players involved, and then we're gonna, if I can, I got to make sure it's cool with the NJCAA, but we're gonna bring on our recruits, our signees too, so we can get to know them a little bit too. So
awesome.
Until next time, I appreciate everybody showing up. A good show. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for those people that sent in questions. I love it. Hold on a second. We got one other one here. It's Leanne. Love to see 2 Northeast Montana boys are trustworthy with their money. Yeah. Good things. We got good guys on this team. We really do. And they all want to be here, which is really makes it fun for me. So, all right. Unless anybody's got anything, until next time, we'll see you basically the same time next week, unless something else happens. you all have a good week and enjoy each other's company. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great week. See ya.